Yeah? You from the Polish sausage place down the street? Think you guys take long enough to deliver a couple of lousy sandwiches? We're starving down here. Garage 16. We need an XF 5700 limo down at the Watergate. Pronto. Over.
No, we're here on official business.
I see you've already been snooping around the place. Sector 7, do you have a hover van serviced and ready? Over. Listen.
Hold on. Be with you in a second. Oh, these ribs. I love these ribs. They rip up my stomach, but I love them. Let me just wipe my hands here. Don't want to get sauce all over your papers. Now then, what can I do for you?
Parts delivery. Got a truck idling on front with a load of axles and exhaust systems. Where do you want them?
Parts? What? Axles? I don't know no axles. You gotta have a level 4 pass to get in here. And I don't care if you're bringing me axles or 30 pounds of ribs. Let me see your pass if you got one. That was easy enough. You gave me a pass, and now you can pass.
Yeah, what's up? I got my hands full of vacuum tubes here.
We're artificial reality containment. Got a report on someone down here using a VR emissions unit.
Are you kidding? What do I look like? Someone who's looking to get set up with the Prince of Darkness or what? Listen, I don't mess with nothing that's not regulation. I'm strictly by the book here. I got my hands full just keeping this thing running.
Well, we just want to take a look. It'll just take a second, really.
Listen, I've taken this thing apart and rebuilt it more times than I care to remember. What would I need with unauthorized tech to cut corners? I know what I'm doing.
Listen, I've dealt with you guys before. I don't have time for all your bureaucratic bullshit. If you know who you're looking for, I'll page him for you. Let's check the roster here. Name doesn't ring a bell.
Check again, old man. You know, a blot on your record for uncooperative behavior with the Bureau doesn't fare well when, say, you're in need of a government service.
So I'm dealing with a couple of ball busters here. Fine. Joe Boyle, get your ass to the dispatcher's office. Over. Now, if you don't mind, I work for a living.
Incredible job, man. We'll have to wait and see if the device works, but you've gotten it hidden on the selenazine. In the meantime, it's time for you to meet Senator Burr. You're one of us now. Go to the British Embassy. It's in DuPont Circle.
His flesh is so real, so human. But then there are those machines in his abdomen. It's monstrous.
Yeah, Charles, your specs, please.
I am a Charles-class multi-server unit. My hardware is powered by 400 megahertz of processing power and a 12 terabyte drive. Gibtex Free Association modules and Pandar Lab creative memory cells serve respectively as primary operating system and storage. My wetware was spawned from New Corporeal's Genesis genome and grown in a hothouse near Federal Center. Wetware incubation occurred over 7-month period. Quality assurance tests completed. Current diagnostics. Major organs, 73% efficacy. Rating reflects minor heart blockage, development of possibly precancerous polyps along wall of large intestine. Organelles, 89% efficacy. Rating reflects deteriorations in lymphatic system. Skeletal system, 100% efficacy. Circulatory system.
That's enough, Charles. Thanks.
Don't think so, Charles.
Go ahead, Charles. I'm curious.
Selected services catalog for Charles Series multi-server unit. Last upgrade, December 2048. Selected list, areas of specialty. Auto mechanics, cosmetology, epistemology, heating and refrigeration, palmistry, and wok cookery. I am a licensed EMT. Language proficiency, major European, African, and Asian tongues. Dialect upgrades available, both Mandarin and Cantonese, with assimilator modules for adaptation to local variants. My lexicon processors are fashioned from a mech cortical tissue matrix for rapid adaptability. I am a skilled raconteur, programmed with fictional superstructures, symbols, imagery, and themes particular to dozens of cultures.
Some other time, Charles. We've just met, you know.
You've got to be kidding me. That can't be what it looks like.
Can be and is. What's the matter? Never seen a meat before?
I've never been this close to a living one before. Their skin's real, and yet the machines... Look! The control panel rises and falls as he respirates. Doesn't he spook you?
Not me. But maybe that's 'cause we're sort of family. Did my fetal time in a fecund 5085.
You look fine. Any negative side effects?
What do you remember about your mother's womb? Do you recall how that affected you? Hell, I've got time-elapse film of my gestation.
Yeah, I remember reading about it. Science makes war on motherhood. That was the feeling, I think.
Takes some adapting. But he's got his uses once you're onto him. Knows what he's doing in the embassy commissary. Great omelets. Charles is over 68 years old. His hardware hasn't been upgraded in 50 years, so it's clunky, and his organic tissue is aged. But you're not so bad, are you, Charles?
System memory and processing speed functioning at 89.4% capacity. White blood count is normal. No infections or serious illness to report.
Freaks the hell out of me. Solix may be evil, but I can't be sorry it put the meats on cold storage. I mean, just look at this hideous thing.
So you're Ashante and Brock, the rogue ARC agents who've got the 5 fingers shaking like palsied old women.
You got it, Chief. Doing your job for you.
Maybe you are. Did they check these 2 Vivid?
Stripped 'em and scanned 'em. Any weapons were stripped of ammo. Senator Burr wants to see them.
You make one false move near the senator, and I'll kill you.
We're on the same side, hard guy.
I don't know that. I just see a couple of ARC agents standing in CFF headquarters, and I get suspicious about how a couple of narcs took out a scrub team.
I thought we passed our initiation when we helped Xenon set up Solix.
I want him dead. Now, how do we know you haven't tipped Solix about that homing device you put on his vehicle? Xenon's too trusting. So Senator Burr, for that matter. I'll be watching. You should remember that. Senator's through the door on the left. Lucky for you, your fate is in her hands and not mine.
Mr. Ashanti, Ms. Brock, Aldous Xenon has briefed me about your midnight visitors. Never trust animals that eat their young or a government that shoots its own people.
Right now, we don't have a lot of trust left for anybody, Senator.
You've proved to me that you have your uses. For now, at least. I'm going to risk trusting you.
You won't regret it. Desperate people can make loyal allies.
There is something you can help me with. Something that has divided the front's leadership for years. It involves missing comrades. The current effort to strike at Solix are by no means our first. Our most ambitious and perhaps reckless attempt occurred a few years ago, when 15 of our finest agents undertook a guerrilla raid on the Pentagon. Acting on intelligence from agents we have on the inside, the attack force was to infiltrate the Pentagon, make its way along air ducts and secured hallways to the Imperator's sanctum, and kill it.
But something happened.
They never made it to Solix. In their final transmission, Marcus Vanders, the attack leader, reported they discovered something so significant, so disturbing in its implications that they didn't trust explaining it over wireless transmission. Whatever it was, caused Vanders to immediately abort the mission and order a return here to the embassy. The last we heard, they were engaged in a running firefight with the Imperator's troops. 8 members of the attack team were confirmed dead by Vanders before we lost contact with him.
You figure the Hand is holding them prisoner? Maybe in hell?
It's possible. I'm among those who think we should not give up hope of rescuing them until we know they are dead.
Corpus delicti, eh? You're the boss. Why not lay down the law?
Because my staff is divided over the issue. Because I haven't people to spare on what is probably a futile effort.
But now you've got us. Surplus labor, eh? A little gravy.
You get the picture. As you fight to save yourselves, I'd like for you to search for evidence. on Earth or in Hell, of the attack team's fate. In addition to Vanders, the unaccounted-for commandos are Harold Balk, Lena Gordon, Vic Tavaleo, Mick Malone, Claudette Simeone, Francis Robinson, and Czech Vilsov.
We'll do what we can.
Report to me whenever you learn anything about the attack team, or about anything else that might aid in the struggle against Solux and against Hell. You can usually find me in the command room.
Say, I like the cut of your jib. What say you ditch the dame and you and I go ashore?
I don't believe this. The last one to program her must have been a sailor.
Admiral.
He must have been at sea a long time. Let me adjust her. Idiom change, receptionist. Mature professional, non-military.
How may I direct you? How may I direct you? How may I direct you? How may I direct you?